Karen Huger DUI drama and enough shade to fill a whole season of Potomac. Like, wow, where do we even begin?
You're right to call it drama with Karen. It always is, and this article you picked is perfect. Second DUI scandal rocks Real Housewives in less than a year.
Okay, yeah. Pasted text. Alec Karam, tell me everything.
Well, the title basically says it all, right? 2 DUI scandals in not even a year for the Housewives.
I mean, you'd think Bravo would have a system for this by now.
Right, like a whole playbook for handling these things. But what's interesting is how different this is from other Housewives DUIs. Remember Tamra Judge on Orange County?
Oh, yeah, hers was a whole thing.
Exactly. Consequences conversations about her behavior with Karen. It's like they're tiptoeing around the issue.
And that's what gets me, because a DUI is serious. It's not something to just brush under the rug.
And the article really gets at that. How Karen is able to just deflect, avoid any real accountability. You know what I mean?
She's like the queen of deflection, though. Isn't it her whole thing? The Teflon Grande Dame?
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
And the show even plays into it, like that whole dramatic reenactment of her car crash.
Oh my gosh, yes, with the deer.
It's like they're trying to soften the blow, make it seem less serious by adding that element of, oh, it was an accident.
Even though, didn't the initial reports not even mention a deer?
Exactly. It feels very pointed. Like they're trying to protect Karen's image even a little bit.
Which just plays right into that Teflon Grande Dame persona. She always comes out on top.
Right, because even when Giselle tries to talk to her about it at breakfast, remember that scene?
Oh, yeah. How could I forget?
Karen just deflects. It's honestly impressive in a way.
It's like she has a sixth sense for dodging accountability. But Giselle did try to have a real conversation with her.
She did. She even asked Karen if she was, triggered driving past the crash site, which I thought was bold.
I mean, yeah, a little bold, but also, who hasn't had that thought after an accident, especially?
Especially after your second DUI, which, of course, Ashley just has to remind everyone of in her confessional.
Leave it to Ashley to throw some shade. But yeah, Karen would much rather we all just forget about that little detail.
And that's what makes her so good at this. She just refuses to engage in any kind of real way. Vague answers.
Right.
Bringing up news articles instead of actually talking about it. It's classic Karen.
So we've got a DUI, a carefully constructed persona, and a whole lot of avoidance. What does this mean for the other housewives, though? Are they buying it? That's the big question, right? Are they falling for it?
It's kind of all over the place, honestly.
Yeah.
Even Giselle, who usually lives for the drama, seems to be going easy on Karen this time around.
Right. It's like she's found her inner peace or something.
The article actually jokes about that, begging Giselle to bring back her messy side.
Because let's be real, a little Giselle, chaos is always entertaining.
Always. But even if Giselle's off playing nice, the other housewives aren't exactly letting Karen slide. Remember that whole birthday lunch scene?
Oh my God, that was a whole thing. You'd think they'd be walking on eggshells around her.
Right, with the DUI and everything. But instead, it's like they're subtly trolling her the whole time.
Especially Mia and Jacqueline Blake casually dropping that bomb about Karen's drunken phone call.
So good, right? Oh, you want to pretend everything's fine? Let's remind everyone about that little incident.
The shade of it all. And then Giselle calling the non-alcoholic drink the Grand Dame. I died!
So subtle, but so savage. You can tell she's not buying what Karen's selling.
But that's the thing about Karen. She always manages to flip the script.
Doesn't she? She's like a master manipulator.
Yeah.
Instead of being embarrassed or, even a little bit humbled, she uses the whole DUI thing to her advantage.
How does she even do that? It's like she's playing chess while we're all playing checkers.
It's all about control. She turns the tables and makes it about the other housewives' loyalty. Remember that line? I want to see who the real soldiers for Karen Huger is.
Oh, so good. So manipulative. It's like she's the one who needs support.
Exactly. She's framing herself as the victim. And to really hammer it home, she changes the subject entirely.
Onto Mia's infidelity. No less.
Classic housewives. Distract from your own drama by pointing the finger at someone else. And it works. Everyone forgets about Karen's DUI and suddenly Mia's the one on the hot seat.
It's brilliant, honestly. But kind of messed up. Makes you wonder how long she can keep getting away with it. It's like she's got this force field around her. Nothing sticks.
Right. And the article kind of wrestles with that. It's entertaining to watch, but what about consequences?
Totally. Can't always be deflection with Karen. Somebody has to say something eventually.
Yeah, and that's where comparing it to other housewife shows is so interesting.
Yeah.
Like on Orange County, things went way differently.
Way different. Tamra had to answer for her actions. It makes you wonder if Karen can really keep this up forever.
That's the question, right?
Yeah.
Is this Teflon Grande Dame thing sustainable?
Yeah.
The article does hint that things might get messy, though. Apparently, Mia is ready to bring the heat, and there might be some Karen Ashley drama on the horizon.
Okay, so there's hope for us yet. A little more Potomac drama.
Right, and that's what makes this whole thing so good. Can Karen really handle it if the other housewives start pushing back?
Or will the Grande Dame facade finally crumble? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
We will. But hey, that's what makes this deep dive so fun, right? Getting into the nitty-gritty of it all.
Absolutely. Karen Huger always keeps us on our toes, that's for sure. Thanks for diving in with me.
Anytime. Until next time.